New leaks out of China tell us that Color OS is getting a complete design overhaul and incorporating a lot of aspects of Oxygen OS. Samsung releases the Galaxy M52. Apple prepares to go into full production of their mini LED displays for the new MacBook Pro 16-inch. And we have a crazy deal going on for the Redmi K40 Pro Game Edition. I'm wearing a suit jacket and no pants. It's gotta be the Friday news. Now the first report comes from the Taiwan Surface Mounting Technology. Apple is investing another $200 million into their display manufacturing capabilities in China for the upcoming MacBook Pro 14 and MacBook Pro 16-inch models. These devices are rumored to be coming with a mini LED display, which is gonna feature a lot of the benefits of AMOLED without the cost of potential burn-in. Next up is the Galaxy M52 specs that have recently leaked. It's looking like this device is gonna be shipping with the Snapdragon 778G SoC. For those unfamiliar, the 778 is a upgrade and continuation of the Snapdragon 765G that we had, which in and of itself is a really high performance mid-range chipset with the performance similar to that of a Snapdragon 845, along with some other advancements in regards to power efficiency. Now it looks like this mid-range Samsung phone is going to be coming with this really beefy mid-range SoC. But on the downside, the cameras are going to be a 64 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, and a 5 megapixel macro or telephoto camera. If those sound familiar, it's because the Galaxy M52 is going to have the same exact camera setup that we see on the Galaxy A52. But really, it depends on what price point Samsung brings this device into the market. Digital Chat Station has given us another leak in regards to the takeover of Oppo and the Oppoization of OnePlus. Now, it looks like Color OS 12 is set to incorporate all of the best features of different Android skins, and the team that's now in development of Oxygen OS and of Color OS is made up of different software engineers and different individuals that were in charge of creating the Meizu OS that Meizu devices use, Fly OS, Hydrogen OS, which is Oxygen OS without Google Play services for the Chinese market, and they're bringing all of these software development teams on board for Color OS 12. So it's pretty clear that at this point, BBK is going to begin closer integrating ties and visual cues that we have in Oxygen OS in Color OS, and more likely than not, we're going to be getting Color OS in some form on OnePlus devices in the near future. Probably similar to what we have with Poco and Xiaomi, where Poco devices get the Poco launcher version of MIUI and MIUI devices get MIUI. So we'll probably see something similar to that, but with Oxygen OS and BBK phones moving forward. Before we jump into the news regarding the Redmi Note 10 Pro China update, I want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark VPN. I want to take a moment and thank the sponsor for today's video, Surfshark VPN. I have an 83% discount if you use the link in the description down below, along with the code Mitchell at checkout. And that brings the price of Surfshark VPN to right around $2 a month. And that's actually how I found them as a sponsor, because I was looking for the most affordable VPN service. Now, here in Vietnam, I have to use public Wi-Fi a lot. I need to do banking stuff, I trade cryptocurrency, and I update my website. And for all of that stuff, I want to make sure that I have a safe and secure internet connection. And that's where Surfshark VPN comes into play. Along with that, if I have certain TV shows or stuff that I want to watch on Netflix, Surfshark VPN allows me to open up a completely different library than if I was just logging on from this location. And on top of that, depending upon where in the world you live, you might be dealing with some government censorship the same way I am. And using Surfshark VPN actually can speed up and make my internet connection here more stable. Now, if all of this sounds like an offer you guys want, Surfshark VPN has a 30-day money-back, risk-free trial that you guys can go ahead and sign up for. And if you don't like it, you don't have to pay for it. Go ahead, support the channel and support the companies that support me. A recent update to the Chinese Redmi Note 10 Pro is giving the device an extra 2 GB of virtual memory. Now, for those unaware, the Chinese market Redmi Note 10 Pro is a completely separate device from the global variant of the Redmi Note 10 Pro, and that device features UFS 3.1 storage, which is going to be considerably faster than the international version of the Redmi Note 10 Pro's UFS 2.2 storage. But either way, it's nice to see that Xiaomi is giving some of these devices in China the ability to run Google mobile services, as well as increasing their available virtual RAM with updates. Digital Chat Station, our favorite China leaker, has some new information in regards to the Xiaomi Mi Pad 6. And it looks like the Xiaomi Mi Pad 6 is going to have an emphasis on photography, even though no one should be using a tablet to take photos in 2021. But it's going to also be featuring a Snapdragon 870 as well as a MediaTek Dimensity 1200 chipset, dual battery design, meaning we're going to have the 67-watt wired charging that utilizes technology similar to that of Oppo and BBK, splitting the current as it goes into the device. I would just like to see a docking mode where I can use any of these tablets on a big screen or HDMI out of some sort. What type of features do you guys need to see from Xiaomi in a tablet to make it a compelling purchase? Because for me, if I can't use it with an external screen of some sort, why am I even buying a tablet over a laptop? Okay, as you guys know, if you want to read more about this, I'll have links to where you can in the description down below. If you would like to purchase the Redmi K40 Pro Gaming Edition or the Realme GT for $400, I will have links in the description. It goes to supporting me. If you want to read about this, check out TechFluent. Also, exciting news. I have received the first order of my product in. I'm not telling you guys what the product is, but be prepared for a launch here pretty soon. It's freaking awesome.